It's Starry, and this is both Starry's Lost and Found and Starrylock, as well as streaming live from my Facebook account. I really underestimated how long this drive took, so I'm a little behind getting to our destination. You can probably see the green elevator there. We're very close to town. It just didn't quite make it in time. 4 people here. Well, I hope those who have showed up are doing well for their weekend. I noticed the first comment, which may or may not even be visible anymore to anyone, was 2 thumbs up from Edzy156 in the UK. He often does not make it to the lives because this is his time to go out. It's Sunday afternoon instead of Sunday morning in the UK, and he is out exploring deserted farmhouses and other deserted properties and so forth. Marland is here, Guedos is here, Dinglehopper is here, all the way from Denmark, Lockpicking Scal, Dana Reed. I'll swing to the top of the chat when I get to Hart, so that I'm not trying to drive and read. Bad combination. A couple businesses I will not be walking to. We have a UV firm. We have Mars Hot Rods, which I'm not completely sure what they do because their parking lot is empty all the time. Despite only having 256 people, this town has a gas station, and you will notice up there is the sign that says "Welcome to Mallard, we're friendly ducks," except there's no giant duck on top of it, which is the roadside attraction that brings people to this town. But no one stole it. Don't worry. It just got it's out being refurbished. We'll find a parking spot here somewhere in the edge of the downtown and start our walk. In the interim, you can consider this all sort of a preview. I rushed out the door, and I forgot the atlas. I don't have the antique atlas to read a description of Mallard. I know some of the material in it. If you remember when we visited Curlew was plotted out and started by the Des Moines and Fort Dodge Railroad, and it was named Curlew because the railroad man was an avid hunter. Well, Mallard got the origin the same way. Mallard hit its population peak in the 1930s at mid 400s, and then kind of whittled a little bit down, but after the 80s, it dropped down to the current 256. So it's been on kind of a population decline. Let's flip to the top and see who all we find. First person I can see in chat on StreamYard is Donna Reed. And she's saying hello to G Keyman, so G Keyman must have preceded her. Dinglehopper from Denmark is here. Marlon from MAERvideos. There's G Keyman 565. Guedos. Moon over Miami is with us. Rune International, my second Denmark viewer. God is Great, all the way from Japan. Low Cost Adventures. The Salty Magnet Fisher. Coin World UK, and it's in the title. He's all the way from the UK. Sunday afternoon for him. Metal Detecting with Randy is with us. Stu's Metal Detecting is here. Adventures in Michigan with Lisa. And Ohio Metal Maven. And 508 Magnets has come in. And Ken, whose channel is currently called God is Great, says it's Sunday night there, which would make sense as he's in Japan. I am putting on my second glove. It's only in the 30s outside. Hard to believe 2 weeks ago it was in the 90s. Now we're having daytime highs of 40s, but the forecast has for next weekend, it's going to be in the 70s again. Crazy, huh? Across the street there we have Gert's Garage. We have the Mallard Sporting's Good. Not completely sure what this building is. It resembles a telephone company building, but then it has this emergency generator connection. Oh, it's not water, it's a power connection. Looter 8 is here, as well as Rocky Mountain Life. We're up to 22 people between the two channels. Thank you all for coming. This is the town of Mallard, or more precisely, this is the downtown of Mallard. We'll head down to the far end and then double back on the other side. So mostly concentrate on the side we're on for buildings. And I was using Google Street View, which has not only the advantage of seeing things sometimes as they once were, because sometimes they only have pictures from 13 years ago, but if they keep them up to date, they actually will have them like being able to flip back through time. I am not sure what this Mallard building is. I couldn't find any reference. This is Little Bear Photography, which seems to concentrate on maternity, newborn, children, and family, which, according to Google, is like a half a block that way. So they don't always get everything right. Oh, we have, this is their community center, library, and city hall all in one. We have a place for recycling. And if you're wondering what the distant roaring is, well, it's fall in the Midwest. That's grain elevators drying out whatever, either corn or soybeans that have been brought in. Because you want to dry them out before you put them in storage. Now, unlike the little towns that we previously have been to, like Curlew and Cylinder, for whatever reason, about 4 years ago, the post office closed up shop here. This town is more than twice the size of Curlew, but they closed the post office here. Other side of the boat, and Nailed It is here. And Jay Gabriel. Boy, it's feeling like a real gathering. They do still do pickup from this mailbox, but that's at 4 p.m. on Monday through Saturday, because they have to drive down here from Emmitsburg to do mail. And this building looks like it's no longer what it once was. There's heavy curtains over the windows, but it doesn't look abandoned, so I'm not sure. There is the Mallard First Responders, which I assume means they combine their fire department and ambulance service, but I could be completely wrong on that. We have a Welcome to Mallard sign with the Halloween party happening in the public library. The sign here in the window says, "Attention delivery drivers, please deliver any packages to City Hall." Thank you, Ohio Metal Maven. Yes, if you get a chance, hit that thumbs up. Or if you really don't like my presentation, you can give me a thumbs down. A lot of people say it's about the same thing for Google. And the closed down truck stop used to have a car wash. Gas pumps have been removed. But we'll look at that on the roundabout, which we'll be doing shortly. There is the railroad tracks going through town. And you can see the major commerce that travels on the rail is corn this time of year. Not only for feed for livestock, but also for ethanol. Sort of looks a little deserted. But it looks like it has regular business going on, or they're at least storing stuff. Gonna see what that domed shaped building, which will be our first south side of the street, check out, and then we'll start heading to the west. I have, both on Starrylock and Starry's Lost and Found, the links to all the other channels that I could find who have Sunday shows, which starts out with Leonardo Robb with his FL Thunder Digging with Rob, which is going on right now, but will be going on for another 90 minutes after I'm done. Midwest Toys of Iowa Farm and Collectible Toys. And there's this American flag, and beyond that it says Ghosts and Goblins Halloween. But it doesn't look open right now, so time to head to the south side of the street. As I was saying, once you're done with Leonardo Robb, he'll usually roll right into MAERvideos. And if you want to appear in Marlon's video, I believe today is the open panel, if I remember reading the headline correctly. Okay, we have a flag drop. This must be their, this is post 345 Memorial Building. So this is their American Legion building. Gary's Metal Detecting is here. I really want to thank Gary. He's been posting links to my shout outs and other videos lately. Him and Johnny Small Pepper have been doing that quite a bit. I think Gary a little bit more than Johnny, but really got to thank both of them for that. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this is not called Main Street like a lot of small towns. This is called Inman, which probably has something to do with a founder or early settler in town. But sometimes difficult with small towns to find information. So I don't know. And I would show you, except someone has broken off half the sign there. Doc Arts Lockpicking is here, all the way from Australia. Looks like it has definitely been deserted for a while. I Am Zaxxon is here. And apparently Pizza Demon, because I see Marlon saying hello to him. The windows are broken out on this garage door, so I'll give you a good look inside the old garage. Mallard does not have a deserted school, so we will not have a short respite inside of a deserted school. Their school became the middle school and elementary for the combining with West Bend. So the first cross street with Inman is east, and this one's first. And I was wrong. That is, the first responders must be their ambulance, but the fire department is over on this side. And there's how you spell Inman. Chris Capoon, all the way from California. Gonna take a little detour from the downtown. We'll come back up on the next block over. There's a lot of old buildings back here. I have no idea what that one looks like. It's been deserted a while. And that looks like maybe an old lumber yard. Looks like they stored their city maintenance stuff here. Gravel, snow plows. We have some storage in there, but somebody has broken the window in the door. Authorized solar homes dealer. Authorized Astro building dealer. It looks kind of cool in there from what I can see, but not much to see. Walk, run, walk, walk. Who has been doing various neighborhood explores in Singapore and Malaysia. It's a really good channel. You should go check him out. I think this is his first time at a chat, so he may not have moderator powers. But you as a moderator, if you have that blue wrench, can click on his channel and say go to channel. This park has been here a while. And might not be a little, it might be a nice little tot lot to check out. Broke up in two segments. This is our only city park that I could find. And we don't have our giant duck with us, but we do have a giant chair. Let's back up so you can see it. If you are not currently a moderator, I will make certain after this is done, they sort of, they'll be YouTube will be processing the video and it will take a little while before the chat will appear. But when the chat reappears, I can go through there and add moderatorships. It's a feature that is not available through StreamYard. Friendly Duck Splash Pad. To start the splash pad, touch the top of the activator. Must be something inside the building. Everything is locked up. I guess that's not surprising on a Sunday. So I'm not sure what the Friendly Ducks splash pad is. I wish Google Street View went back further, because that could have been all sorts of things in the past. There's deserted vehicles here, and an old stone building that just has a phone number on its door, along with a garage that doesn't look like it's been shingled in decades. Randy is heading out, so have a great day, Randy, with whatever your plans are. Thank you for coming. Here, you all thought I was just concentrating on buildings and ignoring you. Caught one of you leaving, at least. There is some more of the stone building. I'm going to take us back to Inman and return our downtown tour. And Zaxxon says that's an old auto shop. I'm sort of limited to reading what is ever currently on my screen, because taking off my gloves to interact with the screen would be a major hassle. So if I missed your comment, I am sorry. There is your, if you lived in Mallard, here is your local insurance agent that looks like he is working out of a building that was once a veterinary clinic, because that's what the serpent wound around a stake with a V over it means, to my knowledge at least. last week over in the town I was in. The War Museum, the War Memorial was out at the cemetery. Here we have it in the middle of town. It's to honor all veterans and current members of the U.S. Armed Forces. Now, we saw right over there was where the photography studio is, but if you listen to Google Maps and ignored reality, you'd come back here looking for the photography studio, which seems to be the outdoor porch for a business we'll see shortly. It's an old, not sure what's behind the tin or steel, made to look like stone that is rusting. But if you've ever been on the back patio of a bar, you would probably recognize that. And that is the back patio for the duck stop, which apparently you can play your Iowa lottery here as well. I have a little robot man made out of Bud Light and bottle caps. The sign says, "I'm ducked up." I think you'd probably been at the bar a little too long if you start saying you're ducked up. But maybe this little town is a lot like the Smurfs, and they replace the word duck for everything. There is the west side of the bar. They are currently closed. I can't show you the inside. There is their water tower. We'll swing up to the water tower and then back to my car. And probably end a little early and send you on your way to go join Rob. And speaking of sending you to Rob, after Marlin, I have listed, Guedos has had Sunday morning Hangover Sunday. I did not see the link, but there is a link to his channel there, so you can go see if he has a Hangover Sunday today. And then this afternoon, the Mercian metal detector from the UK will be doing his live. Well, this is currently their garage and Napa dealer. Old church did not have a sign, so I don't know if it's currently being used as a church or not. Maybe there's a sign up here. No, it's another window. Looks in too good a repair to be deserted, though, I think. And there is the water tower. That gives you an idea of the downtown area of Mallard, Iowa. population 257 at the last census. The cemetery, the township cemetery, we already visited when we were at Curlew, so. Mallard Sporting Good. You're not going to find metal detecting equipment in there. That's mostly a gun shop, which they seem to have really good reviews on Google for those in the need of a gun. Oh, 36 minutes, a little short of an hour this week, but I didn't have a cemetery or school to explore. I hope you found that entertaining. There is one town that is there by name only and only has a church left to it. It is not a deserted church. It is still an active country church. And the corner is what bears the name of the town. The town was at a population of 10 in 1920, so it's been deserted for a while. And there is Grettinger and the town whose name eludes me at the moment. But both of those have a population of around 1,000, so they're going to be a bit larger. We go outside of the county again. Thank you, Lock Pickings Gal, to ask people to remember to hit that thumbs up. It depends on the year. Some years we get a lot. Some years, not so much. If you saw the state of the river, you'd realize how little snow we got this last winter. The Des Moines River, which when it is at its high, actually cuts off 2 routes into Emmitsburg because the flooding will take out the highway going south out of town and west out of town, and you can only leave going east. Lucky Katie and KR Experiences is here from Portugal. If you have not checked out my mail call from last week, or was that this week? Well, anyway, it has their name on it. It's well worth checking out. I won this Grogu coffee cup, keychain, and coaster that they sent me when they had a giveaway. They do everything from deserted buildings to museums to neighborhoods in various parts of Portugal. They've gone to air shows. It's a really entertaining channel. Yeah, they did have a video where they were exploring a well. Not sure if we're referring to the same one or not. They had one where they were taking a magnet and putting it down an old well in a deserted mansion. Was the one I was seeing. I don't know if it's the same one you were watching or not, Rob. Now that I don't have my gloves on, I can go back through the chat, see if I found anything. Next weekend is supposed to be in the 70s. I am going to spend Saturday going to various places to detect. I even thought as more than half the river is dried up and just sandbars, of going down there with the detector and bringing my sand scoop and seeing if I can find anything in the old dried out river. I'll head down to the old Highway 18 bridge, which the shores, both sides are owned by a development company out of California where the owner has died and everything is in the courts. And because I can't get permission, I've not detected either side of the banks. But now that we're dried out, I might actually be able to walk down there and get under the bridge, and because the river doesn't belong to the development company. Yeah, I'll be River Hunter Starry. The sadistic picker is here. Yes, rock pickings gal. If I do that, and I plan on doing it, I will record it. It'll be on Stories Lost and Found, as that is my channel for treasure hunting. I also have a box if work slows down from Panda Frog, which is a modified US postal lock made into a challenge lock. And I will unbox that this week and give it a try. I have not done much in the way of lock picking, I'll admit. And about 5 months into my lock picking adventure, my father passed away, and so everything became about trying to dealing with grief and trying to settle his estate. Things are finally shaking out 3 years later, but it just knocked all my hobbies for a loop. And you'll notice me transitioning away from picking locks to talking about postal locks, and then really this live is all I still do on Starrylock. So yeah. LL from Keep Digging is here. If you were here earlier, I am sorry that I have not mentioned you, but if you look down in the description on Starrylock, there's a link to the same streaming that is happening, along with a link to Stories Lost and Found. It is broken up into words. It's Starry, '(S), space, lost, and found, all as separate words. Well, welcome. I'm nearly finishing up here. We're at 45 minutes. There is a link on Starrylock's streaming down in the description to Stories Lost and Found, as well as a stream through that channel. And then there is on Stories Lost and Found a link to Starrylock and this stream there, as well as the link to all the treasure fan channels I mentioned earlier, who will be having lives later today or going on right now in the case of Rob. It is a town of only 257, and it is a quiet Sunday morning here, so yeah, it's a quiet place.
downtown has nearly as many deserted buildings as they have actively used buildings. So check each other out, help grow your channels, get to know each other. We're treasure family because we're a family. We're a community of, whether it's metal detectors, magnet fishers, lock pickers. We're all small fish in YouTube's book. None of us have 50 million subscribers. So look out for each other. Make sure you can head over to Rob right now and say Starry Raid so he knows I sent you. His show will end usually after Marlins has started. So if you want to get in the early bird giveaway at MAERvideo, you want to get there a little bit earlier usually than Rob arrives. Not that Rob doesn't have plenty of giveaways as well. I mean, I don't have anywhere near this kind of tripwire from Straight Up Metal Detecting is here. Well, I think I am going to send you off into the world. It is the afternoon for some of you, the night for others. If you're interested in more Treasure Fam, check out the links and make sure you check everybody out. If you're on a PC, Linux, Linux machine, Google Book, whatever, a computer instead of a mobile device, you can always open up multiple tabs and open up all the future streaming. And that way, even if you end up getting busy, it'll still be streaming on your computer and giving them some hours. Because everyone needs hours. Because none of us have 10 million. And there's Marlon making fun of Monardo Rob's creepy mustache. You just think it's creepy because you're not used to it. If he's always had it, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's new, so it's different. For some reason, I always think of just a mustache as being, a 70s porn star mustache for some reason, even though I've never watched any 70s porn, so I don't know. Yeah, Grandma Callie's probably has the hours, that's for certain. Take care, everyone. I do not know what I'm going to do for certain for next Sunday. As the weather is supposed to be so good, though, I might actually do a live dig down the river for next Sunday. We'll see how things go. We'll treat that as a teaser. 100K hours. Wow. Well, she does a lot of live, so that's not surprising. Sometimes her lives only have 2 or 3 people. Sometimes it has hundreds of people. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everyone. Even if it's just tonight's sleep is all you got left. Take care, and we will see you soon.